Gloucestershire pulled off a stunning NatWest T20 blast victory over Somerset, the winning boundary coming off the penultimate ball in front of a record-breaking crowd at the Brightside ground in Bristol. The margin of victory, 4 wickets. Put in after a delayed start but with no loss of overs, Chris Gale played out a rare maiden over from Matt Taylor, taking 9 balls to then get off the mark. It didn't take him very long to add more boundaries as well. Who needs to use up all the balls you face? Not Gale, it would seem, into the 4th over, and he went huge off Liam Norwell, a shot which had the ground buzzing in anticipation, whichever team you were supporting. 6 number 2 followed in the next over. Andrew Tye pulled into one of the temporary stands. By the end of 6 overs of power play, Somerset had made 55 without loss, Gale with 40 of them. But there was a loud cheer in North Bristol when, trying to go big again, the Jamaican hit high to Michael Klinger, who held on well. Gale gone for 40. That brought in Peter Trigo, who was soon launching Benny Howell over his head for a maximum. But Trigo was soon sent packing by Tom Smith, a full toss drilled back to the spinner, who held on brilliantly. Trigo on his way for 15. Somerset made it to a score of 83 for 2 at the halfway stage of their innings, and it was now up to Mahela Jayawardena and Jim Allenby to push things along for the visitors, a team which has a very good recent record against their neighbours. Allenby had made 27 when he perfectly picked out Matt Taylor at short fine leg off Andrew Tye. Somerset 3 down before they registered their 100 in the 13th over. Jayawardena should have departed on 13, but somehow Norwell let the ball slip through his hands. This is how to take a catch. A simply sensational effort from the bowler Howell, who did superbly well to keep his eye on the ball while on the run. It removed Jayawardena for 24. And then 2 balls later, Johan Myberg held out to Ian Cobain for 8. Those 2 wickets leaving Somerset on 117 for 5 in the 16th over. They were losing their way, and this 6 in the 18th from Lewis Gregory was a much needed one. Some boundaries, including this 6 very late on from Roland van der Merwe, meant that Somerset in the end settled for a final score of 158 for 5. It looked like a slightly undercooked total. But they were helped enormously when Hamish Marshall was bowled to the first ball of the reply delivered by Yasir Arafat. It was a sluggish start by Gloucestershire, but the boundaries did start to come from the bat of Ian Cobain. Michael Klinger also started to pick up the pace of his innings, his side getting to 40 for 1 at the end of 5. The start of the 6th over saw the end of Cobain for a sprightly 23, he pulling a short ball from Jamie Overton out to Gregory. Gloucestershire were just behind at the end of the power play, the total reading 47 for 2, and they needed more than 1s and 2s that they were picking up at this stage. 77 for 2 was the score halfway through the reply, 82 more runs required off the last 10 overs. Chris Dent and Klinger, 2 men in excellent form, now began to play important roles for their team. It looked certain to be a home win, but then Dent was beaten in the flight and bowled by van der Merwe for 22. Gloucestershire on 103 for 2 in over number 13. Not for the first time in a Gloucestershire shirt, Klinger was now the man. His latest 50 occupied 36 balls, from which he'd hit 4 4s and 1 maximum. He now needed to finish the job off, the target down to 50 off the last 6 overs. A thriller was on the cards now. Even more so when a quicker ball from van der Merwe did for Howell out for 1 at 111 for 4. And before another run had been added, the spinner had his 3rd wicket in quick succession. Kieran Nima Barnett finding Jamie Overton just at long off. Van der Merwe's spell ending with his 4 overs, bringing him match-altering figures of 3 for 16. Enter Gareth Roderick, who immediately started to find his range to take the target down to 37 off the final 4 overs. There was a long break for a change of ball, and then on the restart, Klinger was bowled by Gregory for 60 with 31 runs required. The bowler knew the importance of what he'd just done. 30 now needed off 3, then 23 off the last 2 overs. The tension was building ball by ball. but no one had told Roderick that. Still, 14 were wanted off 6 balls. Yasser Arafat's first of the last over was belted down the ground by Ty for 6. 8 needed off 5 balls, which then became 3 off 2. Roderick was the hero. The penultimate ball of the match flicked through square leg to start some wild celebrations for a vociferous home support. For them, it was a night to remember. Roderick ending on 22 and Ty on a crucial 18. The winning margin was by 4 wickets with just 1 ball to spare. Somerset will try to get back to winning ways on Sunday at home to Hampshire, while Gloucestershire are next in action a week on Sunday away at Sussex.